Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Monday, August 11th, 2025. Well, I told you this weekend when I joined you in a video that President Trump's been a busy guy and the actions are still taking place. I wanted to do a quick read for one that I found to be humorous, but I thought we might get some further insights besides the humor, what's going on. It was reported this last weekend that President Trump ordered the official White House portraits of Presidents Obama and both of the George Bushes to be removed from their current spot and moved to a hidden stairway in the White House. Hmm. Well, that makes those of us in the alt media community wonder, is it because there's going to be announcements soon that will explain the action? Is it a signal to those of us that are awake and aware? And where are those going? I mean, we found out that the catacombs under the White House went way deeper than anybody thought. So I was kind of wondering where that stairwell is. Let's ask the universe and see what the tarot cards have to tell us, because they know where they were put and they know why they were put there and when we're going to find out some of those truths. So let's see what the universe wants us to know. I'm going to switch the camera, let you watch me work with the cards, and we'll discover the answer to this question together. We'd like to know the significance and any further insights or information about why President Trump, just now this past weekend, authorized those three portraits, specifically those of the official White House portrait of Obama and both of the George Bushes, to be moved to a hidden stairwell. So we'd love some insights, information, and just further enlightening about this topic. Oh, I'm going to assume the whole deck is upside down, which tells you I don't look at the cards before I work with them. If that one's truly upside down, then I'll adjust. Okay, we have the 10 of Swords. Ooh, interesting topic already. Then we have the Seven of Wands, the World, the Tower, showing up front and center again, guys. Couldn't make this up if I tried. Near future, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, we've got some interesting cards, and I will get two more before we're done and see if there's further layers of information that are going to be shared with us today. Okay, the Ten of Swords. If you were watching this weekend when I did the live stream, just as YouTube cut me off, we were asking about the next 10 days through the 18th, and it mentioned a passing that Patriots probably wouldn't be too sad about. And it's interesting that the Ten of Swords is showing up here for the topic about these portraits. I'm not saying that one of the gentlemen, well, one, I think there's only two remaining, whose portraits were moved, are going to be pronounced gone from the earthly plane, but it is an ending of some narratives that weren't true about the actions and lifestyles of those gentlemen. Okay, so President Trump's very aware that now he's got the high ground for what he does. Absolutely, complete justification, both as our current president to have things change at the White House according to his desires, but also just where he's acting from as far as making choices and bringing change to the our plane of existence. He's got the high ground, and he knows he's still got his opponents. That's not an issue. Once again, the universe is saying things have happened in the background. So these moves of the three presidential portraits represents some actions that have happened that patriots and those that are awake and aware are going to be happy about, that actually end up benefiting the whole world. So, because this is a tower moment, we are getting ready to have some disclosures. They're doing it in a drip drip fashion. It's not a trickle anymore, guys. Where it is a trickle if a trickle's stronger than a drip. It's a trickle fashion, but we've got those grand juries convening and talking about serious charges against people that have had actions that qualify as crimes against humanity or worse. So, although there's nothing worse than child crimes, but the ones that are non-patriotic to our republic. So there's going to be some disclosures with more to come. This Ace of Swords, I did not have a yes or no element to the video. So it's interesting to know that the Ace of Swords often talks about success and justice. So I think with the Tower card coming here for the current and justice showing for the near future, I think those grand juries are going to recommend some charges against some very formerly important people. And those three portraits that were chosen were not chosen at random. They're because of actions that were done by those. And if they were playing around in those sealed off catacombs, then that's where their portrait should be, and they should be too, as far as I'm concerned. Let's get a couple more cards and see what the universe wants us to know about those portraits being moved and the signals and comms associated with that action. Death card and the Empress. Now look, we've got an ace, and out of 9 cards, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Major arcanas, important topic. So Trump is making moves. He is signaling. He is letting us know that we're going from things happening just in the background to into the public eye and narrative. So that's important to see. The actions, again, the pacing's been slow because you want to bring as many people to the truth and awake and aware as possible. We know it's not going to be universal. There's some that never will, but that's why the pacing has been what it has been. Plus, it takes, as I've said in previous videos, we had a system of negativity and evil that had gotten entrenched over thousands of years, and you don't get rid of it overnight. And that negativity had plan Bs and Cs that have to get unearthed and dealt with also. The Empress for our final card is just beautiful. It's a card that just says, life is going to be valued and honored, and those that didn't are going to deal with it because we got the Justice card showing here. The Tower card saying, time's up, and there's going to be some consequencing happen, and that's beautiful to see. So the change has been slow, but it is going. Like I said, we're at the trickle stage, and things are happening now, and they're going to happen more and more where they're reported on, seen, and known by more than just the awake and aware. The awakening will also be learning some difficult truths and celebrating some much needed changes. So this weekend, let's recap. President Trump ordered 3 official presidential portraits moved from their current display spot to a hidden stairwell. Those included both of the George Bush official White House portraits as well as former President Obama's. And so we asked the universe, besides the fact that this is just interesting and possibly a little humorous, what's going on with this? What is this signaling, communicating, letting us know as far as plans advancing and our world changing? What insights can we glean from this? Well, first of all, I'm not going to say this was the topic. If it's not an ending of one of the individuals that had their portraits moved, it definitely is the end of Golden Boy status and a time for people to learn some hard and difficult truths, but truths they truly are. So things are changing. And are they ever changing? Once again, in the center position. And I worked those cards like crazy, but let them fall where they may. The Tower showed up. So it's nice to see that in the recent past, we had the World card again, saying, once again, guys, you're watching a movie. They're just now we're not ready to roll the credits, but they're ready to show people the main film. And things are changing and changing in a beautiful way for humanity and this plane of existence. Now, near future, the actions associated with the portrait move are only part of what is coming and what will be planned. There's more to come with the strongest insight card being the Ace of Swords, which is often associated with justice and truth. Again, There's going to be some truths that some of us in the alt media community have known for years and years. They're going to have to be reported on and um, available for people to start learning about. So there's truths on the way, justice is on the way. The Queen of Swords just said, this has been an impeccably planned military operation from start to finish, and it is going as well as one could hope with an adversary who has free will and can strike back sometimes in somewhat unexpected ways. So we know the bad guys have taken advantage of things like mobile weather manipulation. And as I said before, where they've had thousands of years, evil did to get entrenched in our world, not just in this country. They not only had plans B and C, but they had, contingency plans and ways to deal with it. But a beautiful card showing that ultimately, change, while it's been slow for us watching for it, change is coming. And what's coming is going to be something that's very good for our primary focus, which is on safety for young innocent life, because the Empress card is one of beautiful mother nurturing energy and just embodies, new life. So there we have it. So yeah, it was a signal. It was a calm. I didn't get any hints from the cards about where that stairwell was. I mean, like I said, I kind of hope it's way down where they said a hidden stairwell. I think people need to see just how hidden those stairwells might have been under the White House. And I think it's time for some media tours to that effect, and then eventually small groups let them see what had to be cleaned up and just how bad it was. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and attention. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're willing to receive it, before I leave, as always, I'm willing to send you, no matter who you are or where you are. If you want it, it's yours. Love, light, and all things bright. Bye.